Good morning. Random pile of stuff. Hey, those kittens would like in or something. Good morning. My phone keeps going off. That would be my incredible, wonderful husband. How's everybody this morning? You having a fantastic day? It's a Monday. Good morning, Heather. How is your mother? 'Tis a Monday. 'Tis but a scratch. I've not seen the movie, but I do know a couple lines. So it is a Monday. It kind of feels like a Monday. I have to go to work. I mean, I have to go to work. I need to do some things, but I have to be there all day, and I'm not going to be. So I am kind of just here today. Anybody else have that? I'm just here today. This week is Thanksgiving, isn't it? Probably something to plan. Kittens are working my last nerve. We have homes for a couple of kittens, so yay. Yes, fantastic news today. Heading to intense rehab facility tomorrow, Monday. It's a great Monday. That is fantastic, Heather. So happy to hear it. So happy to hear it. And you're up here, right? Are you up here? She's up in, oh yeah, she's up by Lansing, right? That's what I think. Gotcha. Okay. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. Did everybody have a great weekend? Like, the weekend went shoo. Phew. It's probably because we were doing sales all weekend and working all weekend and all those things. And I wish I could say that this upcoming weekend was going to be off. Grand Rapids right now. Gotcha. I like Grand Rapids. But it's not. We're going to have sales at the store. We have downtown always does. Good morning, Mr. Fry. Downtown always does amazing events for the local businesses. And we will have something called the Cookie Crumble. The Cookie Crumble next month. I have to look at the date, but it's where you can go in and you can buy a box from the visitor center, and then they give you go from business to business. They give you a map, and you get to pick up Christmas cookies all the way around. So how cool is that? But they also do all these really great things. So like someone can go turn their receipts in. They go and shop downtown. Yeah. The weekend sale was a therapy you needed. We're still trying to get those baskets together in the back. So if you shop downtown, you can take your visitors, you can take your receipts down to the visitor center, and you can take your receipts down the visitor center, and they'll give you a gift certificate for like half off what you spend or something along those lines. No, you spend this much and you get a gift certificate for this much. So then the person that gets the gift certificate can go shop back downtown again, because that's where the gift certificate is good for. And then they will totally reimburse the businesses for whatever gift certificates come through. Crazy. Thank you, High Priestess. So it's a really great program. They have great programs. Where's Angela Maynard? Is that who said good morning? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So shop local, you guys. Shop local this year. We're not just saying, there she is. We're not just saying it because we're small business local. We're saying it because the economy is going to be so hard on small businesses this year. Please support your small businesses. Good morning, Heather Powers. How are you? Michael Groomer, good morning. So try to shop local if you can. I know sometimes it's a little bit pricier to shop local, but that's because they're having to work harder and they don't get the bigger discounts like the big box stores, do they? And it's a small business. You don't have to check yourself out. I'm checking you out. Anywho, moving forward, moving on. So let's pull a card and see what today's card is going to be. Let's pull it from here. I talked to my mother this morning and she was in a wonderful mood, which was made my day wonderful. I'm shopping in Defiance for Christmas. You will be home in time. I'm telling you. Defiance is a wonderful little town. We actually get this, you guys. We have a toy store. Like, not just like you go to Walmart and buy toys. We have an actual toy store in Defiance. And how often do you see that in a small town? You just don't, because they can't make it anymore. They can't make it. So I think it's amazing. I do. Anywho, and then we have, so this month we also have, what do we have going on? So Thursday is, of course, Thanksgiving, right? And then Friday is Black Friday. We do have a sale going for Black. And it is amazing. Did you buy gifts there? It's an amazing toy store. It is. But we do have a sale going on. Mr. Fry, would you like to set the price for the sale? If you'll let me know the discount amount here, because I know you're on here, then I can announce it. I just need to know I can announce the discount price. Or do we do that like tomorrow? I don't know. Good morning, Penny. Lived there for about 12 years. It's a nice little town. It is a nice little town. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let's do it. I'm going to answer that for you, High Priestess. And I don't usually answer questions. So that's the weird. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't usually answer questions. I go by who my guides tell me to go read for. And my guides will set an ad in the sale agenda. Okay. My guides tell me to answer your question. So we're going to go with that. And I saw your question. No, it's just, I don't normally do that. I just go with whoever my guides say, that one. But I do see that, and I'm going to answer that for you. What she asked was, she's having a hard time finding a job in Maryland. I moved here in August. I'm thinking of moving back to my hometown because I need work. Any messages? I'm supposed to say, don't. UPS. Don't. Oh, crap. I think Glenn dropped one of our packages, honey, that was UPS into the USPS. What happens? I bet he did not pay attention. Because we didn't. The first thing I want to say is don't like flex your morals to do like good morning, everybody. And by that, I mean, don't lose some of the things that you think are important. Don't flex on those things because they're important to you. It just doesn't, and they're not important to somebody else. Doesn't mean that it's not significant. It just means everybody's growing at a different rate, and giving grace for that can be very important. And a lot of other people have a hard time giving grace to people that are growing and doing different things than themselves, and they get judgy. So I'm supposed to tell you, don't worry about that. It's all good. Let them do their own thing and just kind of be like, I understand you're on a journey that I cannot be in charge of, or is not my responsibility. Okay. We're all at different areas. We're all at different levels. Good morning, everybody. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. Your first card that I have is, and I'm going to read this the way I'm going to read it. I know people see the death card and they go, and these are volunteer cards, by the way. They popped out of the deck. Not some things I pulled, but Megan Floyd, good morning. Go ahead. Good morning, Joanne. This one here is talking about death, right? It is that ending of one thing, time to bring in something new. That's all the death card means. It's not a horrible, horrible thing. It just means it's time for that rebirth. It's time for that new beginning, because this thing is coming to an end. But it was also reversed. And normally I'd read this totally differently, but they're like, guess what? You're going back to the beginning. That's what they're telling me. That's intuitively, they're saying you're going back to the beginning. So I'm going to say you're probably going to go back home. But the other thing is, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Don't rely on somebody else to take care of you. Not what people would normally read from the Emperor, right? But here's me. Make sure you've got yourself in hand. Don't depend on anybody else to um and I'm not saying don't ask for assistance, okay? I'm saying don't flop on somebody's couch. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And you have a good work ethic, you want to get out there, you want to do stuff. But don't let the depression get a hold of you because things aren't working well. I feel like you have some ups and downs and some big swings there that you've had and have coming. And sometimes we have to break up. And I know this is not what the card says, right? But sometimes we have to create a little distance to bring ourselves back closer together. All right. Hey, going back to your moms. No, you can. Just you're not going to stay there very long, is what I'm saying. You're not, because you're not going to want to stay there very long, right? At your mom's. So don't just flop. Make sure you're being active and all that. But it's time to make sure you keep some distance there so you can actually have room to breathe and be able to function as well. That's really, really important. That's really important. That's okay. High Priestess, we're always growing. We're always growing. Good morning, Chris and Ghost Squad Scotland. We're always growing. It doesn't mean you didn't grow. It means you're just on a continuation. You're not stagnant or anything like that. You're just moving on. You're creating a new portion of your life, right? That you should view very openly and with eager enthusiasm, stepping forward. Step into this and things are going to fall into place for you. You're going to find a job. Not what the cards really look like to other people, but that's how I read them. So there we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Chris, this is for you. Chris from Ghost Squad Scotland. Ghost Squad Scotland. And I don't know why I needed to flop a card for you, but I had needed to flop a card for you right out the gate. And it is the Magician. So the Magician is the individual in the tarot deck that is the highest and strongest card. It is the card that has everything at the disposal to move forward and bring in the wealth, the intuition, the all the things you need, the love, all those things. The Magician can manifest that. So just know that that's what's going on. Just know that's what's going on. Now, I feel like I'm going backwards. I don't know why I can't find a job in Maryland. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. There's a lot of jobs available out there, but sometimes it's just not the right one, right? It's okay. It's a growing experience. This whole damn thing's a growing experience. I feel like there's a job there. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room, you guys? Let me see who is here. I'm supposed to pull Chris another Scott card. I'm supposed to pull you another card. See how that just happens? It's like, wait, one more. So Chris, I don't know what you have going on. But I am going to tell you, you have the ability to manifest everything you need in life, but you have to get out of your cave. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to turn outward from that whole I'm great right here by myself kind of thing. I can handle everything and in comfort of being right here. And you have to start living out here a little bit more to bring out all the things you want. You are Amber. You're in the right room. So cut loose on some of the strings you have on yourself and start to do things that make you a little bit more uncomfortable. And I don't mean going out, running across the countryside, looking at, haunted spots. I'm talking about this is an emotional thing. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Let's go with good morning, Michael. There you are there. Michael is in the metaphysical journey. Gotcha, Chris. Randy Scott. Good morning, Casey. Good morning, Shubli. Randy Scott. Let's see. Randy, I want to talk about something that you have going. Morning, Diana. Something you have going on right in front of you that you're probably not even paying attention to. They give me this. It's right here, but you see right through it, kind of thing. So you have some. Okay. Some things in life that are going to change, and you're going to be the one to change them. And they're like, just pay attention to what you have going on. There's something keeping you just out of reach of what you're trying to attain. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a raise or a promotion or whatever it is that you have going on in life that you're like, I could get that. I could make more money doing that. Blah, blah, blah. There's something right there in the front of you that you're just overlooking. You're overlooking, and it's kind of a blockage. It's kind of a block for you to be able to move forward. So it's time to start paying attention to those things and releasing the things that are not serving you anymore. It's probably a pattern that you still continue to do, that you've probably done for many years. And I would also say it's a beautiful day down here in Southeast Georgia. Finally, some sunshine. Good morning, Christina. I would also say, Randy, that it is so much of a habit and not something you personally do, but it's like a routine that you need to really examine and see where you could shake it up. I swear I was shuffling these cards. And it's time to let go of some things and bring in some new stuff. It is time to end a cycle and bring in new cycles. I swear shuffling the deck. It's time to move forward also. Yeah. Also time to move forward. Welcome to the Noopies in the house. Some really great cards. I'm here just pulling from the deck because are you still here? Randy. Okay. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You have a lot more insight than you use. You'll hear me say often, everybody's as intuitive, everybody's a psychic. It's just the ability for some people to be able to go, I think that that's it. And they start to figure out the puzzle pieces. So you have a lot of things that you have at your disposal intuitively. So you really need to be following your gut on this. Really follow your gut. I think you're very claircog. Like where you pick up that maybe some people's disorientations, or you pick up physical discomforts or physical feelings off of other people. Really pay attention because you have everything you need to make everything work. One big circle, everything comes and goes. But I really think, here's another one, that you're not paying attention to the thing right in front of your face. And that's them punctuating that. They're like, there is something right in front of your face that we're trying to talk to you about that you're not paying attention. So you guys are really trying to work with you. Ta-da! I'm sorry, that's Bill. That's with Bill. That was I would cook dinner. I don't know why. I would cook dinner and he would be sitting in the other room because he wasn't moving very far, very fast, right? And I would come out and I'd give him a plate and I'd go, ta-da, because on a good day, I don't usually cook. And I cooked for a solid year for him. Ta-da. Anyways, it was funny. I found the humor. We're talking about Shasta this year. Who's in on Shasta? Ta-da! He thought it was so silly. He'd be like, really, ta-da? It's chicken broccoli. I'm like, ta-da! You're lucky you're eating. My husband's not as fortunate. Yes. We're talking about either Shasta or Sedona. And I know Sedona is a huge tourist trap. And most of us have been to Sedona. You know, a lot of us have been to Sedona. But it's between those two. Between those two. Yeah, Mount Shasta. You went to Sedona last month. Did you love it? So I have a Sedona story. I have a Sedona story. So we went to Sedona. It was so funny because it was our anniversary and it's also a holiday weekend. And he just had me fly out there and we're from wherever, you know, whatever he was doing at the time. And I met him at the airport in Phoenix and we just drove around. We went to the Grand Canyon. I think we went to Sedona. We went to a bunch of different places. Anyways, so we were in Sedona and we wanted to go out and see the ruins, but we didn't want to take a bus. You live in Tucson. Oh, we're going to be in Tucson in February. Of course, why? The gem show, right? We sell crystals. So, so we got a side-by-side. We rented a side-by-side. Who's ever rented a side-by-side? Anybody drive a side-by-side? You know, the little, it's like a go-kart on track, right? So, Sam's driving the side-by-side. We go out to the ruins. They were gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful thing. And so I'm in there. Okay, here's me. I'm an Ohioan. I like straight, flat roads. I don't like mountain curves. I am terrified of driving through the mountains, all those things. So here's Sam driving the side-by-side, like, okay, he doesn't want to scare me, right? He doesn't want to scare me. And so we go out, we see the ruins, it's beautiful. And what's a side-by-side? It is like a RZR or it's an off-road vehicle that you can really, yes, like an ATV, a fun one. And so we get out and we get back into the thing and he's like, I'm like, but I wanted to drive back. He's like, no, honey, it's okay. No. And so he drove a little bit and I went, wait a minute. No. I want to drive. So he's like, okay. He gets out, we switch spaces. I grew up on go-karts and dirt bikes and he's a city kid, right? And here's me. Oh yeah. It is. Oh, I like Donkey Kong. By the time he got out. There is no list. I pull who my guides tell me to pull for. By the time he got out, he seriously could have kissed a cactus because there's one hill at the base of it. It says, you are going up against this hill at your own risk. Please make sure you're fully insured, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I mean, it's a good hill and it's got these big boulders in it, you know, and you're sitting at the bottom and I'm looking around. And Sam's like, nah, this is not a good idea. And I looked around and I said, you know what? I don't see no bodies on either side. So we went up that thing and Sam about pissed himself. He got on that thing. He's like, you are not driving. What? He was not amused. I'm like, we need one of these. It's not a want at this point in life. It's a need. He does not want to get in another one. But I love the dunes outside. That was fun. What is going on with the energy today, y'all? This is the card that just popped out. What is going on with the energy? Anybody else having some major closings out and new beginnings happen? Holy cow. What's the worst that could happen, right, Scott or Chris? There was no bodies at the bottom. I saw no wreckage. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, don't get me wrong. I did question my judgment like halfway up, but I wasn't saying that to him. It was just like, he felt crap himself. It was fabulous. Okay, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let me see who's here. so that I know who to read for. We do have 8 feeds coming in here into one space. So if you don't see other people commenting and I'm calling on them, just know that I have like a huge amount of feed that zooms like this over here. Anybody that's ever moderated for me knows. And they go, what the hell? Sebastian, haven't seen you forever. How are you doing? Okay. I can't, and you can't stop. No, you can't stop halfway. No, you just go, well, I'm in it to win it. The skinwalkers take the bodies at night to lure in more adventurers. I just love you, Michael. Oh Lord. And he's had a skinwalker encounter, so that's pretty okay. Okay, we're gonna go with Summer Dawson. Summer, interesting. Hello, Donna Culverhouse. Good morning, Caitlin. Summer, the first thing I hear for you is I believe this is a piece of mediumship. So hang on, let me work my way through this, because they're immediately giving me like 70s disco kind of music, like you'd see John Travolta dancing back in the day in his white pants too. I really feel like this is a male energy that wants to come across to you, and that's the time frame that they're wanting to give you, that they were their best, man. They really liked that time frame. And I keep you. I can't hum that music. I don't know exactly what song it is, but there's a song on a loop. But it is absolutely disco. Da, 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 da. I don't know. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. What is that? Donna would know. Donna's good at all this stuff. Somebody help me. I don't know. I know this is weird, but I keep seeing a man standing behind you, Lisa. It's my power. It's my weird power turning on that I don't use. Well, it's kind of funny because that's where Bill is. That's Bill right here. That's Bill. So anyways, let me say, is it the Bee Gees? Is it the Bee Gees, Christina? Man, I don't know. I am horrible at music. When I was younger, I was much better. So Summer Dawson, I want to talk about a gentleman. Have a beautiful day, Michael. Have a beautiful day. Somebody help me. You guys are you're good at this. You're good at this. Okay. Summer. This person are you still here, Summer? Staying alive. No, that's not it. But it's kind of in that kind of, I don't know if it's in the movie or not, but it is. I keep seeing the movie like Saturday Night Fever or Staying Alive, or Staying Alive is the movie, right? Staying Alive is the movie. Thank you, Casey. A little slow sometimes. Oh, have a good day, Arlene. Okay. So Summer, I have this gentleman that is talking about that time frame, but he's also talking about, so there's got to be a picture of him like having a great jive. Yeah. Of him having a great time with a bunch of friends, like Summer of Love kind of stuff here, not really, but that's the 60s. But he shows me picking up something off of the floor, and I'm not quite sure what he wants you to know about this, but he's like, make sure if you are, and maybe somebody maybe not. It would probably be a grandparent, right? Or a great. No, it's not a great. It'd be a grandparent. But they're picking up something off the floor, or an uncle. I don't know. So my job is to give the message, not figure out who it is. They're picking up something off the floor, and it was something that they might have kept with them or worn, or something along those lines. And they just keep showing picking it up the floor, and they're like, there it is. So if this makes no sense to you right now, which I probably believe it doesn't, don't worry about it. But if you are going through the next week or so and you find something that you have questions about, like, where did this come from? Please ask other people in your family where it came from. like who it belonged to. Where's this from? And I'm thinking that somebody is going to come forward and be like, hey, let me tell you about this person. And I don't know why they want you to know. There's always a message that comes with mediumship, so we'll get to that. But because it's not always about being able to identify the person as much as it is knowing that you had a message from the other side that they wanted you to know about. And this particular person is like, some days it can seem so hard to just go, I can handle that. I got that. Sure, I can do that. Hey, you want to pile something else on me? Sure. Why don't you give me a phone call? Yeah, I have nothing else to do. I can drop everything and do exactly what you need me to do. Days like that. And we all have them where we just go, I can't take one more damn thing. Why? They call your soul very resolute. This soul that sets itself on a path and says, okay, I'm going to make it happen. And it may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow or next month or next year. But the path and trajectory I've set myself on, I will meet my goal. And this person is part of that stepping forward process for you, that one step at a time. I think that your soul likes to take these trudging steps forward that says we're going there. So it's almost like you're walking forward and dragging everything else with you. Dragging everything else with you because you're going forward, other people are going forward. And I need you to keep in mind that that's not always the way it has to be. Because sometimes we pull dead weight, don't we? And this person's saying, make sure you're paying attention to the dead weight and what you need to let go of. Yeah. We pull a lot of dead weight, don't we, guys? And it's going to present itself as being useful as best it can until you look at it and you go, you're more struggle. I wonder if Glenn caught that. Okay. More struggle. Where'd I go? Where am I? I'm lost. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay. More struggle. Letting go is hard. You can relate to that. Okay. Just know there's someone on the other side that's actually helping you. They're helping you move forward, but they're also helping you see the things that can be downsized. I'm not saying eliminated either. I feel like it can be downsized. No is a great word. Sorry, can't do that today. Got my own circus and my own monkeys. My monkeys are flying. It's a flying day. Okay. I hope that's helpful. Just know that there's someone there to help you with that. Hope that's helpful. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a whoop whoop? I think I have a carnivorous goldfish. I do. What do you do with a carnivorous goldfish? Like, I have a pond out back, but that seems like a bad thing to do to it. Like, drop it in the pond. You're welcome, Summer. It's a big fantail with a bulby head, but he's eating the other goldfish's tail. And the other goldfish was Bill's goldfish. This other goldfish that I got with the bulby head, he is not part of the family. We drugged those goldfish from Texas. The one, not the other. The other orange one passed away. But what do you do with a carnivorous goldfish? Anybody know? Do you flush it? Don't flush it. No, don't flush it. I'm not going to flush the goldfish. But I think he also ate the Plecostomus. And he ate my snails too. So he has a real problem. He has a real problem. It's hard being his tank mate, I can tell you that. I don't know what to do with him. He looks great. The other one looks like 10 ounces of pounded crap. Like, I think I need to get a divider for the goldfish tank. Everybody's like going, is Lisa going to flush the goldfish? Depends on how many other fish he eats today. Maybe we should put some tetras in there for him or something. Throw it in the pond. Circle of life, baby. I have thousands of goldfish in the pond because I put goldfish in the pond instead of koi. And they propagated like you look at our pond and it's like a flow of orange. Get a tank divider. He's a vicious little bastard. I'm like, why are you eating his tail? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Heather Johns. Sometimes it's good to depend upon a male figure to be there for you, someone to allow you to be helped. I think you need some help here and there. And so I think, bye, Randy. Have a good day. Make sure you're asking for help. That's what I got to tell you. Make sure you're asking for help. Lori Hoshak says, asks, does it take spirits a while after passing to communicate with us? It absolutely does. So there's a caveat to this, right? There's a caveat to this. Let me put my banner up here. Okay. There's a caveat to this. So when a spirit passes away, when somebody passes, we experienced this really, really strongly within the group with Bill. The day Bill passed away, the evening he passed away, he was obvious. Like, people knew in the group that Bill passed away before I told them. Right? And why did they know? It's because some energies are much better. And the older souls, the souls that have been around a while, are really good at hanging out for like a week to 2 weeks after they pass. And this is weird. They used to put them in the horse trough. Your horse would take them out. Gross. So older souls that are very skilled can give you evidence that they're there in the first couple weeks. They like to stick around and see who is mourning them. I know it sounds really, really odd, but they like to stick around for that. And they like to stick around for their funeral to see who attends the funeral. And they also stick around to be of support to their loved ones that are grieving. So a lot of souls do this, but younger souls don't make themselves known as well as older souls do. Here's what else happens. Okay, so then when they get on the other side, it takes them a couple months to really get geared together to be able to do like mediumship kind of stuff for younger souls. Older souls, on the other hand, can come across with mediumship sooner, but we try to give them time to acclimate, remember who they are on a soul level, and then be able to communicate. You can't rush them. There's no rushing. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Carolyn. There's no rushing them. So that's really, really interesting. Yes, your grandfather lingered for a week. Yeah, Bill lingered for a couple weeks he popped in and out of people's feeds. Who on here in the group had Bill pop in and say hi? Like, Bill came to them in dreams and said, hey, I don't know what he said, but I mean, he did popped in. It's interesting. Can real old ancestors look after you like the ones you've never met and are from completely different time periods? Absolutely. And I'll tell you why, Ricky, because we're thinking of meat suit for ancestors, aren't we? We're thinking meat suit. But if you think on a soul level that those ancestors were also a soul in a soul group with you that went from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, right? Those people are the ones that are going to be visiting you and helping you. So yes, they will come back and be of help. Now, how can a spirit or a soul come back to help if they've reincarnated? It's a mind bender, right? How do you come back if you've been reincarnated and be of assistance? So you've decided, I'm going to come over, I'm going to come back into a human lifetime, and I'm going to be helpful. But how do I be in all these spaces? Well, because the soul's infinite, isn't it? The soul's infinite. It has infinite abilities to be able to put itself in multiple places, because on the other side, when we're picking our new lifetime and our new brain and our new body and who wants to go with us and what we're learning and all those things, we actually give ourselves a percentage. We never totally 100% say, I'm going to that lifetime. I'm going to send 100% of myself that way. We may go, that lifetime I've set myself some really, really, really hard struggles. So I'm going to give myself 60% in that lifetime. And I'm going to leave some over here for reserves. And that reserve is where we still are reaching out to see and check in on all of the energies that we've helped in other lifetimes learn lessons. Because if we were to just drop them like a hot potato and say, I'm sorry, you're done, you're on your own there. How is that? Amber says, Walter has just visited in my dreams yesterday. I have seen signs, but I felt him yesterday. I'm so glad you got to feel him, Amber. My grandson died at 20 years old. I was hoping to get to know him before he died. Then he died, and I hope he is okay. He has been gone a year. Shibli, all you have to do is ask for messages, ask for signs, and be specific in what you ask for. You know, we all expect to see cardinals or dimes or feathers or whatever. Ask him to see something significant to you and see what comes across. Okay. With that, y'all, I'm going to go to work now, and I will talk to you guys later. So don't forget, we have class tonight. That is Sam tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And you never knew him. That's okay. You can ask for signs that they'd be around, because it doesn't mean they're not still part of your soul group, right? Class is with Sam tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we have a whole new line of teachers. We have 14 instructors right now. So that's 14 live classes each month on psychic development or some sort of on your spiritual growth. So don't miss out on being a member. We gave away the Septarian Sphere to Anne Lawrence this month. And the giveaway for next month is a really large chunk of pink calcite. And then we have a bunch of stuff going on for the holiday season. So I hope everybody has a great day. Find joy, all that good stuff. And if Sam were here, he'd say, may the light be with you always. And now I'm going to go work. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.